Oh. Don't forget, giveaway's still going on. Find the post on Instagram. Make sure you're following the channel. Chance to win a copy of Season 1 of Interview with the Vampire. Don't forget about it. Just reminding you, I'm going to announce the winner next episode, at the end of the next episode, because it's the Season 1 finale. So, giveaway, Season 1. Find the post, like it, and possibly win. Goodbye.
Michel, insert French. Why are you staring at me?
Bonjour mes amis, bienvenue dans ce nouvel interview avec la vampire. Merci d'avoir regardé, mon cœur, mon cher. Welcome back to the next episode of Interview with the Vampire. Darkwave Surf over here, my partner's first time. She was so emotionally distraught from last episode that we're jumping right into the next one.
We had to.
We're going a couple in a row.
I would emotionally recover.
So no comments to read in that sense, but I mean, what are your thoughts going into the penultimate episode for the first season? You're almost done with the first season already, by the way. What are your thoughts going into this? Huh?
This has been a wild, crazy, emotional roller coaster. The last episode, obviously, we had to jump from it because it's just I'm so hooked. I'm so hooked. I'm so sorry that it's I'm not as pausing because I'm just like that.
Don't have to apologize. People want to see pausing. They can watch me watch
the
show. I did my thing. You're doing your thing.
I'm just so hooked. I'm just I need to know what's gonna happen. What's happening? And
I have my little conversational afterthoughts at the end of each episode per request. So there's that. This is about your journey, and so you make it your own.
Yay. Unless there's some weird art on the wall, that I'll stop for that.
Of all things. Yeah,
I'm hold on.
You're what's with that guy in his weird fucking arm?
Or the architect, I'm wait, I think I've seen that building before, and it could be completely a different building. That makes
Which is all perfectly fine.
It straight up looks like the one that I was thinking of, because I'm sorry.
You weren't wrong. It was still a building downtown.
New Orleans is just a haunting place. There's a lot of ghosties. And then
apologies to any New Orleans out there. No offense.
And then the part with the Bruce. Fuck Bruce. At first, it's just it didn't make sense of why Louis was digging his nail into the desk when it came to that part of Claudia, but it's just now after learning that, it's oh.
A little bit of a sensitive topic, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well,
if I was a father and unfortunately had to learn that through a diary, I would also be I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. And then Daniel, for better or for worse, was also pushing the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the question is, was Daniel being a proper journalist and trying to seek all areas of the truth? Or was he pushing an issue that was clearly sensitive just for the sake of it at that point?
It's weird how, the dynamic has switched, or at least from what I think. Because you're learning more about Louis' story, and just how, I guess, blunt Daniel comes across, especially with pushing that issue of Claudia, and it's just obviously it's a touchy subject, so it's just Louis in that sense was kind of more human. It's just hey, don't touch on that subject, even though he had these powers, and it's just obviously stop him. Well, it's just I don't know.
No, that's a good point. And interesting how, even though he's oh, well, we're creatures in the night, we're vampires and all that, vampires are still very human inherently.
Yeah.
And interesting how even what we saw at the start, at the start of the season, how Louis oh, I was a rougher thing back then. I have a better temperament these days. And even in the 70s, we had our little rough patch in San Francisco, but I'm a better man now. But even right there, when Daniel pushed hard enough during the interview, he lashed out and made Daniel's Parkinson's flare up.
Yeah.
It's oh, so suddenly not so level-headed, are we? But
yeah,
but you're right to point out the dynamic has changed a bit. Daniel, I don't know if it was just the wine, but Daniel appears to be getting a bit more comfortable, a bit more brazen during the interview. But
even brought up his wife for a moment, and it was whoa, maybe I'm getting a little too comfortable.
Well, that was the was less brazen, more just a disarming moment. Yeah.
But it makes sense of why he would lash out, because it's just it's basically his kid. It's just
Sure.
Stop. I don't want to.
Well, kid or sister in this case.
Yeah.
Also trying to placeholder for Grace, or replacement in a way, loosely.
Also, wait, sorry. That also reminded me of
I like it every time the thought that I kept losing comes back to my head. I'm like,
Sorry,
no,
say it.
I have it firmly in here now. I'm just like,
Okay, but
say
the
it.
topic of like the fact that Louis is just like bringing him back, and especially with the other vampires, it's just like, God, I forgot his name, but he's just like, that'd be suicide, and it's just like that made me think. It's just like, yeah, why?
Oh, Rashid, yeah.
Yeah, Rashid. It's just like, why would he do it then? Why would he go through that risk of just like, oh, they want to get this book? It's
That's a good question. Louis believes there's a story that needs to be told, and even at Rashid's, like, you know, from Rashid's perspective, he's like, you know, oh, well, you know, I care for Louis, even sometimes when he doesn't, and this is something he wants to do, and I'm going to support that. But even maybe he's even saying it out loud just to make sure Louis realizes, like, if we do get this book written, we do put it out there and shed light on the world of the vampire, like, you're calling all this tension on yourself. It sounds like this is already a point of contention between Rashid and Louis, and I'm sure Louis probably realizes it to an extent, but Rashid feels strongly enough about it where he wants to bring it up and say, like, yeah, well, this is, you know, yeah, well, I don't think you, Daniel, realize what Louis is willing to put on the table here, on the chopping block, like his own neck, and for the sake of this story to be told the proper way. What Daniel, you know, episode 1, he's, I'm an old man with all the triggers that come with it. So, like, yeah, he's like no nonsense journalist. It's also part of, I think, what's going into all of this is that Louis insists that, oh yeah, I want to, you know, get the story across the proper way this time and get the whole thing told. And now here we are, another little. So there's already been moments where Daniel's called a story into question, called out logical inconsistencies, and you know, there's an Odyssey of Recollection and Memories of Monster, and here once again is one more example of like, oh, I'm trying to read the full story here, there's pages torn out and missing, what's up with this? And Louis like, you can infer, and he's like, yeah, but seems like more editorial bullshit, Louis, like this is more of the story that's missing. So he's just like,
or would you like to recall it your own words, because we all know how that went, huh? You thought it was raining or what it wasn't?
Yeah, so frustration from Daniel, even given the, you know, sensitivity of the topic. But then we even see when Louis does continue on with the story, there's that moment where Daniel's kind of like gone quiet, and he's almost like reverently following along with it as well, as he like talks about Claudia's like the story and experience and all that. So we're gonna hop into the penultimate episode of the season. As always, if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for that additional love and support. It means the world. If you haven't joined but are thinking about doing it, now is always a good time. If you join the Patreon, you get access to this series, these episodes, weeks if not months in advance. Full, uncut, uncensored reactions with full HD video accompaniment. You'll have access to my entire content backlog and library, including my initial reaction to this entire series, plus all other series that I've done, plus Patreon exclusive series, plus couples content.
The plus on plus on plus.
Indeed. Movie commentary is available on the higher tiers. But if you're on YouTube, that is of course more than enough. Thank you so much. We only ask that you like the video, comment below for
build
the
a
almighty
cult, tell a friend,
gods. Build the cult,
subscribe.
The cult of Movie Man, and then, you know, she's trying to weasel in on that as well.
Yes.
So the Dark Wave followers.
It's not even my channel, and I'm trying to build this from the ground up. Let's build a cult. Come on, what we doing here? We're building a cult.
she's religious after all.
Am I gonna have nightmares when I go to sleep?
I don't know.
Why are you gonna say it like that?
I don't know you.
More
I don't know you like
turmoil?
that. I don't know what you dream about.
Oh no.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Uh-huh. Don't even worry about it. We're all a big, happy, loving family.
I just need a moment of silence right now. Hold on. I need to brace myself. Because I didn't the previous episode, and I think that was my mistake after that warning. So, I'm gonna enjoy my pretzel. Sorry. Hold on. I'm totally fine. I don't like that you know stuff.
What we're talking about. On to episode 6.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
like
wait.
angels put in hell by God.
I don't know why I'm now just like realizing this, or I don't even know if it is. But when this.
Uh-huh. Oh, babe, don't tell me you've just now realized. Don't tell me. What's your observation?
Is one New Orleans and then when it's where he's at now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just not really.
I thought you were gonna say they look like vampire teeth, and I was gonna be like, babe, come on.
Oh, that's obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's, you know, one is New Orleans, one's Dubai. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can see on the bottom right, you can see the Burj Khalifa right there, and then yeah, the top is Nolans. You got it. She always does that. It's kind of patronizing whenever I'm playing games. And then she's like, you got it.
God, I'm sorry. Does it really?
No, it's fine.
Oh, are you sure?
It's fine.
Okay, I'll never do it again.
Okay. Like angels put in hell by God.
Got a lot of
You got them follicles.
I was supposed to say, is that dandruff?
A few shattered vertebrae,
Oh no.
a punctured lung.
Oh,
5 weeks,
oh,
2 months, was it?
that's
I took
love.
naps at night then. I would feel the air against my skin as though I were still falling.
Oh, stop.
He could fly.
Didn't I just say
Like
he was gonna feed on just rats?
Superman is a fictional character.
What is this? What is that?
That is... we can find out.
What am I looking at? Is that supposed to be a dinosaur?
This is... it's a painting in 3 parts. This is Francis Bacon. 3 studies for figures at the base of a crucifixion. 1944. The title of this work refers to figures that are often featured in Christian paintings of the death of Jesus. Bacon, that is to say Francis Bacon, said the figures in his work represented the Furies, ancient Greek goddesses. They punished human wrongdoing. The work was first shown publicly in April of 1945. The Second World War was in its final months after 6 years of conflict. The first photographs and film footage of Nazi concentration camps were being released. For some, Bacon's paintings reflected the horror of the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jewish people were murdered. It was also seen to reflect the fear caused by the development of nuclear weapons. So yeah, it's essentially an art piece by Francis Bacon in 3 parts, 3 studies for figures at the base of a crucifixion. Essentially, Bacon said the figures in his work represented the Furies, ancient Greek goddesses, but these are... the title of this work refers to figures that are often featured in Christian paintings of the death of Jesus. That's the gist of it. I mean, there might be other... trying to see if there's any other... The 3 are called Studies for Figures at the Base of a Crucifix. So that's it.
He said it was more like floating, arising at will. He called it the cloud. With few exceptions, only the most ancient of us have it.
you know he's a vampire, right?
Do not discuss my patients with anyone but the patients themselves.
HIPAA.
That's the voice of Dr. Fareed Ben Sali.
That is not my voice.
He's the personal physician to the Deputy Prime Minister.
And I am not here.
The vampire.
He's officially off the record.
NDA signed by any and all who cross the threshold, eh?
Is your medicine taking?
It's cold and itchy. Thanks for asking. Can you fly, Louis?
Oh, stop.
No.
Oh,
So
It was a remarkable bit of restraint he managed.
why would he do that?
He thought if he exposed all his power to me, I would never feel his equal.
He only beat me the one time, officer. It's not his fault. Classic Stockholm, eh, Doc?
I am not here.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Are we the sum of our worst moments? Can we be forgiven if we do not forgive others ourselves?
Oh,
Lestat had disappeared after that awful night. Vanished out of a profound sense of shame he would later confess to, which was just as well, since Claudia and I were in no mood to receive his apologies. And she dedicated all her energy to my rehabilitation.
You ready?
This is humiliating.
oh.
Emil, run!
She got like a timer that you were slow or left.
We'll try again tomorrow.
If you ever want to talk about what happened to you while you were gone, you know you can, right?
Uh-huh.
Or you could just tell me his name,
Bruce.
write it on a scrap of paper.
You gonna be my knight in vengeful black?
Hell yeah.
I am the knight.
Oh, woman stock comes. Starts all over again. Oh,
Claudia, hello.
hi.
I've been calling quite often. I don't know if the operator is patching me through correctly. I bought something from Louis' favorite bookshop.
Whoa.
Book of Hours. Extremely rare. Silver and gold on the vellum.
No one here wishes to speak with you.
Well, I know he's upstairs. I can see his silhouette. Perhaps we should let him decide if he wants to see me or not.
Damn.
How's that for an answer?
Yeah.
Called a coffin is a small domain. I mean, come on.
Emily Dickinson is not a vampire.
How do you know?
She got a grave, she got a tombstone.
So do you,
So do
Lily.
you.
Oh shit, he bought an Auga.
Oh no, what is this fit?
Horsepower Rolls Royce 6-cylinder.
Oh no, he's hot.
I go golfing.
Isn't that rich? This one's yours.
I know what you're doing.
What's he doing?
Stop it.
What? What's he doing?
You're just like, I know I f***ed up. Let me buy... I got you stuff. I got you a car. Please let me back in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, seems pretty charitable.
my nipples are coming out of my shirt.
No, so they are, yeah.
Even one's coming out the pocket.
And I apologize on her behalf. I'm so sorry. I assumed we were both adults here, but
I'm an adult.
sure.
I have eyes. Do you not see the nipples?
Oh, I see him.
They're quite
Yeah?
like, hello, Louie.
I think you're.
I
They're
seek your
quite.
apology.
Hello, Louie.
Yes, they're like, I
Babe, if
seek...
you want to stop, you can just
I
stop.
don't.
It's fine.
I don't.
Okay. Okay. Me thinks Lady doth protest too much.
I seek your apologies. Please, I got you a car and a gift. Don't,
Sounds like he's winning you over.
don't throw... No.
Louis, I don't know what possessed me that night.
3 years ago. That night 3 years ago, he means.
I got you a car.
I'm nothing without you.
Yeah, look at
I'm
him.
nothing without both of you.
He's not wearing a tie.
If you want me to go away, just say so. I'll obey you. I'll live your life forever. This silence is cruel, and you are never cruel, Louis.
That's his job. Ooh.
For 6 years in all, these raw and desperate mea culpas came like the tide.
Uh-oh.
And for 6 years, they were greeted with silence, and Lestat's relentless determination began to crack my considerable armor.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps it was the modesty of the gesture.
No. Louis, no. It's fine.
But in the spring of 1937, he had written it himself in the music of the hour. His first composition in 100 years.
Uh-oh.
Rashid, please play the song in question for Mr. Malloy and the doctor.
I'm not here.
Sorry, for Daniel.
He had engaged a local record company.
That's his voice.
Yeah. He pressed only one album, had the master recordings destroyed. You're listening to an inferior re-recording now. The audacity of it all. He had made the near-perfect Valentine with one flaw.
Pathetic.
One perfectly premeditated flaw.
6 years of begging. You think a song's gonna get a rise out of me?
I mean,
Did you like it? This her sing?
Yeah.
It's a clear voice. I wanted no obstacle to the lyric.
God.
Write me a song, put your lover's voice on it. What the is wrong with your hair?
Louis, you're soaking wet.
I swim fast and not dry. Put some clothes on, get
Lestat.
Leave.
Jesus.
You swam the Mississippi to find me.
I hate you. I love you, Dr. Ben Solly.
Pleasure never meeting you, Mr. Malloy.
I was never here.
He said to no one.
Yeah.
Quick and clever despite 2 bags of fluid.
Love this bit.
Makes me constipated, but the wit flows like a river. You took Lestat back.
The vampire bond.
Why? Yeah.
Lover, murderer, maker. You took him back.
There are only 2 of you on the planet. Freedom and chastity wrapped in one person.
But there were 3 of you.
Rule number 4.
Kill Antoinette.
Antoinette is my own private.
Affair.
She's a child. Interfering in the romantic lives of her parents.
She's coming up on 33.
It's a lick and a promise in vampire years.
Maybe, but I'm not your child anymore. That's rule number 5. I'll be your companion, your sister.
It's not as simple as choosing a new family configuration. Now I'm your cousin, now I'm your aunt. I am your maker.
I'm your sister, or that's the door.
Oh.
Rule number 6.
I know I'm doing this for him. I wouldn't want to confuse you.
No lies. And that includes lies of exaggeration and of omission. For instance, if you can fly, tell us.
Do you think I'm withholding?
Obviously.
Ask your questions. I'll answer them.
What other powers you have?
Did you have anything to do with Paul's death?
No,
Are you lying?
I would never hurt your brother.
It's just something I always...
Never, Louis.
Who made you?
Oh. Yeah. Ooh, Claudia.
His name was Magnus.
Oh, God. Why?
He took me from my room in Paris.
Oh, no.
As I kicked and screamed. He kept me for a week, locked in a room full of corpses.
Oh.
My own eyes staring back at me from rotting faces. He fed on me every night. And then he'd put me back in the tower with the lookalike corpses. No grand history of vampiric origins or physiology, no rules, no counsel. And then I was alone. I can't drink hot blood. I can't feed on others. But I have a capacity for enduring. It's why I don't particularly like being abandoned.
Kill Antoinette.
Years accumulated in the small city were catching up to us. Our home was often vandalized.
What is that?
Cowardly warnings suggesting we were no longer welcome.
It's the devil.
It was an awkward time.
I mean, we'd all be
I
wondering.
love Claudia with all my heart, and I love to stop with a wounded one. You don't have to ask permission.
Oh, of course I do. This is the new paradigm. The lambs or the bosserons.
An apt metaphor. I always took you for a dogless sap.
Ooh.
Ask the question.
Is it still 4 legs for Louis and 2 legs for Claudia?
I eat what I eat. She eats what she eats.
Well, it's always made me feel loathsome. Like
Well, you don't actually need it.
see, there it is. It's a air of superiority when you say that.
I didn't say you couldn't.
I know you don't mean to, but I feel the same.
Oh,
Feel
see
tolerated.
that? Even agreed with Lestat right there.
Why didn't you ever say something?
Well, it's obvious she doesn't want to upset you. Every night we hunt. Breeds resentment.
I don't want that.
Well, then, at the risk of paralyzing this household with more compromise, may I propose another rule? We hunt human.
Oh, no. Oh. Let Louis just do his thing. Oh.
Makes him feel a certain way. Lestat and Claudia.
You're a vampire. We should not call me a dog, but an honest dog.
Do you think you could try a little harder to get on with him?
Have you asked him the same question?
He's trying. Teaching the piano, the chessboard, isn't he?
He hasn't taught me to fly.
It's not something you could teach.
Another one of his lies.
Hello? We were wondering where you were.
Claudia,
Lestat.
Oh.
I remember. You like souvenirs?
Oh boy, Antoinette's dead then. Seen her found dead. No more triangle.
We should really think about repairing that mantle. Enjoy living in a ruin, do you?
We leave the damage, so we never forget the damage.
Oh, the place is not.
Yeah, but they left the mantle damaged as a reminder. But they fixed it up. It's been years.
Magnus could be a sous chef in Switzerland for all we know.
Emo, sincerity and humility. I cannot wear it any longer.
She's just stubborn.
Lestat the vulnerable becomes Lestat the irritable becomes
We're all
Lestat the
making
controlling.
compromises to make this right again. I'm drinking the blood. He ended it with the singer.
I'm enduring.
Do more. She's grown very protective of me. That's what this is. That's why it's hard.
Came back altered when she left us. The darkness in her that wasn't there before.
Give her a little time.
Wonder where that came from.
Yeah, right? Killer Bruce.
In many ways, they were more like each other than they wanted to admit.
Yeah.
And they romped with joy as I played audience to their joyless exchanges.
Tell us about your first love, Nicky. Louis said that you called him Nicky. That's the song you wrote for him.
Tis.
Do you write songs for all your lovers?
Oh.
This one might be better than yours, Louis. Does that mean you loved Nicky more than you love Louis?
Ignore her, Louis. She asks these naughty questions to gain advantage in the game. It won't work. I played 3 games at once in the Jardin de Luxembourg. And
Of course, who
later
doesn't
that
know who
afternoon,
won the pairs
aduled
chess
to a draw.
championship of '78?
So
My mama taught me
please
that before I
continue
started
with your
crawling.
tedious
Or somebody that doesn't
interrogations.
care about chess. I didn't know about that.
Put you in check.
Did Nicky kill like your maker Magnus?
A different interview with a vampire.
Nicky passed on after he and I parted ways. Checkmate.
I'm sorry for your losses, Lestat.
Oh, it's you who lost, Claudia. For the many hundredth time. I think I'll hunt alone tonight.
Master's had so much loss in his life, Lord couldn't ask him to bear anymore.
I'll come with you.
Thank you. No. And I know she's talking to you.
Oh.
You're ugly when you act like that.
Better ugly than blind.
She's an affected, self-absorbed, nasty little creature who's fooled herself into thinking she's smarter than she is, and she is poisoning Louis against me.
You got another one?
No, it still says Antoinette.
Sorry, I did not catch that.
It is both of them. That's why I need you. You fortify me against them.
Look who's still alive.
Well, look who's a liar.
You like to laugh.
You make me laugh all the time. You should go away, Lestat.
Well, now that I'm dead, I can be whoever I want.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no place for me other than New Orleans.
New Orleans? You got me stashed away here in Ponchatoula. How am I supposed to make a career here?
I seek refuge from complaints when I visit you, dear.
Damn.
And promises will be kept.
Who's gonna hire a singer who don't sing? Who's a cripple?
No.
Oh.
That's what gloves are for.
I know. I mean to make you mad.
I love you, Lestat.
Oh.
It wasn't shocking. It was perfectly consistent with his nature. He'd been told to do something, and brat that he was, didn't like being told what to do.
So he didn't do it.
The effect, however, was numbing.
I'm sorry, Louis.
It's all what it is.
If that's the kind of desperate trash he wants to love, then let him have it.
He doesn't love her. He wanted us to discover it.
But why?
Because he's all kinds of f***ed up. Because he would have killed her in a second if he thought I'd take him as he is. And I probably will.
So you ain't gonna tell him that you know about it?
What difference would it make?
Seems perfectly healthy.
We could hide out in Harlem for a few, then hop on a boat. Take us anywhere we want to go.
Anywhere sounds like nowhere.
Oh.
Prague, Bucharest, Varna, Celestia.
Funny sounding towns.
How can you multitask like that?
With more like us living in them.
Heart of the vampire.
And they
you
can't
know?
all be like him. We can get on that train, Louis.
Louis.
You seem distracted.
The numbness remained, hardened somehow into a disassociative shell.
Oh, jeez.
A vessel of acceptance.
No.
This life, it does a number on the head, on the soul. But every night I feel a little crazier.
And off to Antoinette.
I'll see you both at dawn.
Say it back. No, you said-
Give us 100 more years of this. Taking anything we want, killing anything in front of us.
Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench. Bună ziua, mă cheamă Louis. Care e drumul spre Becul Castel?
I can barely speak French and English. I just hold you back.
When he hurts you again, and he will, come find me. I'll be in.
Prague, Bucharest, Varna, Silistria.
She's gonna leave again?
I mean, Louise just
Hey, sis.
Doing the same thing.
stuck, complacent.
You don't need me. Think you do? You don't. You're smarter now. See trouble coming a mile away.
But nobody wants to be alone.
Dark woods and bridged rivers, then the lights of a city depot. She, of all things on the earth, deserved a nice seat and a wide window to watch the countryside blur before the glass. And the only Negro allowed in first class was the porter, and the Negro passenger rode the rear, which was fine with her. This is the part of my story, back in San Francisco, where you said, give it to me, make me a vampire now.
In the eyes of a 20-year-old, you were wasting the gift.
You're in your 20s, Rashid. What do you think?
Mr. Dulac presides in the most desired real estate in the country. I do not see the waste Mr. Malloy sees.
Yeah, well, he lived in a dump the last time we did this.
I'd give it to you now. A still hand. Time to watch your daughters marry.
Save it for the rent boy.
May I be excused?
If I was to join Dante's Wood of the Self-Murdered, it would be another night. And so I endured my way home.
Another voodoo.
Back to the crypt. Back to the undeserving Lestat.
Louis, come. Listen here.
Also, okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't know much about voodoo, but I know about, like, the salt. So it's just, like, trapping that stuff around in the salt. I'm not quite getting, because it's just, like, you're trapping it inside the salt. So it's just, like, what's that gonna do to them? I don't know.
Hey Siri, what does a voodoo circle of salt around a voodoo doll mean in New Orleans? Doll surrounded by salt. R/witch. I don't know if I'm breaking any rules, but I'm curious and I don't know where to get information. I found a doll surrounded by salt on the street near my house with some branches on top. Do you know
Oh,
what it
God.
means? Probably a haunted doll, and the salt was an effort to contain the spirit possessing it.
Yeah.
Probably just kids or paranoid screwing around. We'd have scientific proof of ghosts by now. Don't touch it, stay away. And if you know how to, cleanse yourself. Just think about, even if you're not a witch, it's most likely possessed or thought to bring bad luck to a family, and it's most likely being trapped by a salt circle or pile to prevent it from getting into anyone else's life, or it could be someone's failed voodoo doll. Positive thoughts and love. So it really is just like hokum, it seems. Superstition, perhaps. Could be more direct. I mean, there could be something more direct that maybe some like Wiccans in chat might talk about, but I don't know too much myself, so.
I just know, like, if you surround yourself in salt, you're just, like, keeping yourself safe from bad evil.
Well,
so
I mean,
just,
if you're thinking about the TV show Supernatural, then yeah, you put salt on all the entrances so demons can't get in. But what they're specifically doing, the first time we saw it pop up in this episode was a voodoo doll that vaguely resembled Claudia on the ground surrounded by a circle of salt. But from what people online, a couple of randos on Reddit said it's either to bring bad luck to a household, or if it's a salt circle around a figure, it's to contain an evil presence. So some variation of that, I'd assume.
When do you care about humanity?
But to think, our sister, impulsive tot that she is, was on her way to holiday in Europe. I'm so glad she decided the better of it. We'll have to make it up to her stateside somehow. Won't we, Louis?
Next stop, Birmingham, Alabama.
Claudia!
Bro's a super villain over here.
Claudia! You left without saying goodbye again? I'm sure it was an oversight. But still, you'd think your creator had earned the courtesy.
You didn't want me. You made me for Louis.
And he needs you now, more than ever. He's in a terrible state. Louis couldn't pick an apple off a tree in his current state.
It's a bit.
He'd grip it,
I don't know
gigantic and
if
weak as he is, the stem would hold.
Let me go,
Eat it,
Lisa.
blood.
And Louis' hour of need is very fragile right now. Worse than the last time you abandoned him. Louis insisted I not ask. I love our family.
Oh my god. But I'm gonna try my rub your nose in it.
When I put my mind to it, I can hear the thoughts of other vampires at a very great distance. He thinks of you often, Bruce.
Bastard.
I couldn't agree more. What he did to you was in very poor taste. Could you imagine if something like that happened to you again?
Oh my god.
Louis would never forgive himself. Back in your cage, sweetheart.
Along with you, sweetheart, back in your cage.
We endure each other for Louis' happiness. So come home and make him happy. Because if you try this again, Claudia, I won't snap your leg, defile your pocket, and zoom off on a motorbike. I'll turn your bones to dust.
Seems fair.
No.
Some miracle would prevent a devastating war in Europe and bring to an end the invasion of Poland by Germany.
I've been having a thought the last few days, Louis.
Yeah, what's that?
I think he killed Magnus. I think the vampire made him a slave. And he would be a slave no more than I would. Killed him before he knew all the things he could have known. And now he's gone and made us slaves to him.
Stonewalling again.
And I will free us both.
Claudia?
We have no more use for him. And he causes us misery with no horizon.
So you're going to pout and mimic me until I grow empathetic. Is that your strategy tonight? Well, the bishop can be captured.
I don't like what you're feeling right now. Cannot kill.
I love you, Louis. I don't say it often enough anymore.
Then listen to me. I beg you.
Bishop to G1.
But he's not mortal.
Queen to H2.
No illness can touch him. You threaten a life which will endure to the end of the world.
The star's like, wah, 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 wah. I'm listening to Louis right now.
I am done enjoying.
I'm not moving my road.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm going to kill him.
Jeez.
Check.
Oh, Claudia.
He'll destroy you if you try it.
Yeah. Did you not remember the fight that happened?
And your queen has been neutralized.
What?
It's a very spirited effort.
I can kill him.
What? Check? What chess are we playing?
Well, this checking is checkmate.
Another baffling pawn sacrifice.
Check. And I want to tell you something else now. A secret of all secrets between you and me.
Now you're giving up bishops and knights for pawns. Wait, no, that can't be.
The secret is, Louis,
Queen on one side, rook on the other.
you want to kill him too. And you will enjoy doing it.
You have won.
I'm tired.
I finished the game.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Move your pawn, finish the game.
Good night, Lestat. Good night, Louis.
She was right.
Spoiled, selfish, thankless,
It was inevitable.
heedless, disagreeable, obnoxious, repellent.
Every ship that sails the sea, every
Wow. Jeez.
the American future.
We were going to kill Lestat. We were going to kill Lestat.
We were going to kill.
I think the medication has overwhelmed our boy.
Trubidis rebus ad infinitum. I would gladly wake him.
But fetch a cover, would you?
Aw.
Let him be warm with his dreaming.
He's like, I wanted this story to end. I'm gonna go pass out. Ew. I don't care. I don't want to know about the Bruce.
That's not Bruce.
Oh, it's not?
It's. What does that look like to you?
Sorry, I saw leather jacket.
Huh?
I saw leather jacket and immediately assumed. My apologies.
That's more indicative of what the time period is supposed to be.
Yeah. Be like, nope.
What's in the bag?
Daniel was sleeping, now we cut to this.
Hello? Hi. My work's in the bag.
Oh.
Is it a gun?
What?
You an assassin? Am I the man you came to kill? Did a terrible thing once. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm a writer, journalist mostly. Do you have money tonight, Danny? Get the boy whatever you want. I'll have a grasshopper. Tom Collins.
What is a grasshopper?
A drink. Hey Siri, what is a grasshopper?
Grasshoppers are a group of...
No. As soon as I asked, I knew it. As soon as I asked, I was like, wait. Oh my god.
Like you forgot they're insects.
Oh my god. No. As soon as I asked, I was
Siri,
like...
and the way he looked at me like, you. Like, what is a grasshopper?
God. Literally, as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, no, I just said the right. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
Hey Siri, what is a grasshopper cocktail?
God.
Green flavored. After dinner alcoholic drink named for its green color, which comes from creme de menthe.
No, thank you. Thank you, boo boo.
Oh, surprise.
An after dinner alcoholic drink named for its green color, mint flavored. So,
Want to
damn.
try that sometime. Hold on.
We're not done yet.
I know, I'm not plugged in.
Damn.
Because I slapped my leg and ooh boy. I unraveled. That killed me. I am done. I'm totally sober.
Yeah, same.
Totally. Wait, what? Wait, what was his drink?
Huh?
What's a Tom Collins?
You don't know what's... Hey Siri, what's a Tom Collins drink made out of?
Yeah, that you're putting drink.
Collins is a gin-based cocktail made with lemon juice, simple syrup, and club soda.
It's more or less a gin-based... It's like a gin club soda, but with lemon juice and simple syrup to sweeten it up. A gin-based.
Gotcha.
So, like, close-ish to what we're drinking. Well, close. I mean, we're drinking gin and tonic water, but it's gin and club soda instead with some sweetener inside. But
gotcha.
Essentially.
I'm ignorant when it comes to, like, drink names.
No, I didn't say any... What did I say? I just said that's what it was.
Well, when I asked, I'm like...
Well, I wasn't like, you f***ing idiot. How do you not know what... Like, I didn't say any of that.
I know.
I looked up what it was and I told you, and you're like, what? You start getting defensive. Who do you think this is at the table right here?
Louis.
Huh?
Louis. Oh, him?
Yeah.
God, I forgot his name. But his, the guy he's been feeding on is just like, hello, you are bringing trouble to...
Well, clearly, alright, what do you think, what part of time do you think this is in?
80s.
Okay, close. 80s, 70s, yeah. What did the bartender just call this guy?
It's like,
Danny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait!
Louis de Pointe de Lac. That's an interesting name. I do interviews mostly. I have a series at the Berkeley Bar. You know, I could interview you.
Oh?
Well, I'm no one of importance. Well, it's my speciality. You see, I look for people in the cracks. You know, it's about the people, you know, who make the city, right? I get them on tape, and then I write them up.
You didn't come here for that. I know you're struggling. Danny.
It's Daniel.
I have what you're looking for. High quality. I have a room over on Difficedero. Not too far a walk.
You a narc?
I'm a vampire.
I want to interview you.
Sounds fun.
You know, I'm cool, but yeah.
Something happens.
Drugs.
Oh.
Of course. That okay with you? Would you like to join us?
No. You go ahead. Have your fun.
Hi, Daniel. I was like, is Louis there just watching him?
No, but so that's, I mean, right there, that's, so, in case you didn't put it together, that was young Daniel.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay, well, we got there.
Yes.
But now notice how, it's a little thing, so it's something I didn't notice in my first watch through either, but he he said ever since he got those tapes, he started dreaming about that night. He started having dreams about the night at the bar when he first meets Louis. But then even today, in this episode, he said the dreams always seem to stop right before he invites him back to his apartment. So in this particular dream, it went a little bit further, and now Rashid is in his dream. The assistant.
Yeah.
The assistant to Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the be in the dream? I mean, maybe it's just like current events mixing with, because dreams are weird like that. So it could be, but that's a hell of a coincidence.
There's another power that Louis might have.
Maybe. It's just weird. But like that's to put that in context, that is young Daniel Malloy before the fateful interview when he first tries to interview the vampire, and it ends in like kind of disaster.
Yeah.
But he meets him at a bar, jokingly says he's a vampire, and he's like, I could interview you. And then he that's where it happened. That's factual. They met at a bar. But then he said the dream's been ending lately, where it only dreams so far as right before he's like, yeah, I have an apartment over here. We could go work this out. This time around, yeah, it goes a little bit further. Then Rashid is there, and then he wakes up with the start. He's like, what the to that fest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just contextualizing that dream for you. But yeah, that was young. That was Danny. Young Danny
with his leather jacket.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe it's part of like Louis' power, because the fact that he's dreaming the same like night over and over again.
Not to mention, Louis can read his mind and often does so against Daniel's will, and the fact that he's like, I think he acknowledged that he was dreaming about that, or he asked like, "What are you dreaming about?" or something like that. It came up before in conversation, where he's like, he said earlier, "Are you still having that dream?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, it ends right about the time right before you invite me back to the apartment." So, and then even earlier, I can't remember if it was this episode or I think it was the last one, when he was feeding on Rashid, he was like, kept thinking about it, and he kept reading his mind, being like, "You're wondering how much he weighs and like what he tastes like and all that." Yeah. So.
Probably to like lure him in to do this interview again. She's like, hey, keep thinking about it.
You think I'm withholding? Go on. Ask your questions.
I won't lie. Lies.
Episode 6. Like angels put in hell by God. When you take them back, you know you shouldn't do it, and you do it anyway.
You took me from my room in Paris.
Here we get to finally hear...
Shout out in the comments if your name is Magnus.
entrance into the world. For a guy who has been withholding for a long time, he resents having to do it, but does it anyway because his love...
He kept me for a week, locked in a room full of corpses. They all look like me.
Lestat has had to go through life figuring it out blindly.
But I have a capacity for enduring.
Yeah, and what? You've had 200 years to get over your shit.
Do you think you could try a little harder to get on with him?
Trying to bring the family together, and the family doesn't want it.
If you could just give him an inch.
Very, very screwed up about the dynamics here. It's not fun, it's not pleasant, but you endure the years because you cannot have relations with humanity. We are only stuck with ourselves.
I am done enduring.
The chess scene is quite interesting. It's based off a very famous chess game called the Polish Immortal. Basically, it's a series of moves by one opponent that sort of lures in a person who wants everything in the world, wants to take everything.
You've become quite predictable, my sister disappointment.
She is slowly suckering him in. And she is wise enough to kind of look at the landscape and go, there's only one way to do it. We have to kill him.
You're giving up bishops and knights for pawns.
And she just needs Louis to be on board for it.
You want to kill him too, and you will enjoy doing it.
And I won the chess game to prove it.
It's like a test in a way.
Yeah.
She was right. We were going to kill Lestat.
Oh boy.
We're all queued up. Queued up for the season finale.
Oh my god.
The plot, the game is afoot. I mean, do you think that Lestat genuinely cares for Louis though? Because according to Louis, it's like the whole reason why Lestat not begged, but like all the gifts and all the grand gestures, and the fact that he's in here trying to like, even what like the showrunner was saying, the only reason he opened up about his creator and was like, yeah, this guy Magnus and all that, the only reason he's capitulating is because he has this desire for Louis and wants to be accepted and loved by Louis, so he's willing to like open up a little bit, which I'm sure he either hasn't ever done or hasn't done in a while, and try to like make nice with Claudia and all that.
Yeah. Right now, Claudia and Lestat, they're like the same, but like in two different like sides.
Sure.
Because they both don't like that Louis is just feasting on animals. They're just like, what are you doing, bro?
Makes
That's like
sense.
the one thing I think they're agree with. Everything else, they're just like, I want to fucking kill that man. And obviously Lestat's just like, I can't stand her, but I will because Louis likes her. So I'm going to play along. Because obviously I didn't, and look where that got me. Out of the house, me begging like a dog and giving gifts to come back in.
I mean, there are begrudging similarities, which make sense because, technically, let's not forget, Lestat is Claudia's maker.
Yeah.
In a way, he is literally like her father, technically. He turned her. She is his fledgling, you know?
Yeah.
So it is funny how, like, they... Not only is it funny how alike they are, but the fact that, like, you know, when they were in the infancy of their whole family dynamic and relationship, like, both of them were trying to rub off on Claudia in their own ways, but, like, that was, like, Lestat was trying to, you know, get across certain, like, his worldviews and values and, like, what she needs to do and how she needs to hunt and, like, what expectancy to have of, like, humans and love and life and all that.
Yeah.
And after trying to get all that across and also, like, the harsh realities of the world, it's almost funny how now that she has all of that, like, you know, in her mind, that he, like, it's almost like, you know, pushing against Lestat, though, even with the accrued similar knowledge.
Being a teenager, you just, like, you do think, because I can recall when I was a teenager, just like, you don't know anything, and just, like, realizing, going out there in the world, like, oh, my parents were right, like, it's kind of all fucked up, so it's just, like, it's all, like, it makes sense for, like, her perspective. It's just, like, and also, like, I'm pretty sure she knows, just, like, obviously he's hiding things from us, and he doesn't want to tell, and then just her being like, look, obviously he lied about Antoinette. I guess trying to prove to Louis, just, like, we can't trust him, even though we said this is the rule, like, no more lies. Obviously he just broke the rule, like, this show's really good.
Okay.
This show's, it is. I guess another reason why I just don't like Lestat is just because he just reminds me of somebody of my past.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Like a toxic ex or something?
A friend.
Oh, damn. I mean, same. I drew a lot of comparisons as well when I was watching it for the first time, so I get that.
Just like a lot of gatekeeping, and just like, there was this meme that went around where it's just like, if you have a friend that just does not teach you how to play the catch the flag in Halo, they're not a good friend. And that meme, I literally experienced that meme before that meme came out, and I was like, holy shit. Well, this was like years before, when I already broke up with that friend, but I was like, holy shit, where was this meme when I needed it? Because that literally happened to me, and I was so upset because I wanted to play Halo, because I like Red versus Blue, and also it was just like kind of hype at the moment, just like, oh my god, I wanted to know more about it, and it was only on Xbox, I believe, and so it's like, I don't have access to it, and I'm like, I don't want to get it if that's the only game I'm gonna play, and so my friend had it, and it's just like, okay, cool, I don't know how to play a fucking Xbox, and so we were playing, and she does not teach me how to fucking play this fucking game, and I'm competitive as shit, and it's just like, I was getting so fucking frustrated, and she's just winning, and I'm like, how do you play this game? And she was just laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so it's just like, that kind of ruined my experience with Halo a bit-ish, because I want to go back.
all that to say that you Lestat's giving you, like, is bringing back all these memories.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I don't fuck with
flashbacks.
Lestat, because
Halo.
No, I mean, that's one thing, but no, it's just like the gatekeeping and just like the lies. Because I was like friends with this person for so long, and the fact that it was just like, I also was like a closet bisexual. I had to fake to be straight because she obviously had like feelings for me, and I was just like, I don't fucks with you like that because I'm straight, even though I wasn't, because I was just like, I didn't know how to be like, I don't know how to word this, but it's just like, I didn't want to be like rude and just be like, I don't fucks with you like that. She already was weird about it that I had friends and I hang out with them, and so she'd just be like, why do you hang out with them? I'm like, can I not have other friends? What the hell? So it's just, that's, yeah, because the whole jealousy thing is just what the Lestat's doing with just like the whole, like, I don't like sharing. Sorry, I
No, you're
overshared.
No, please.
So
There's no such thing as TMI.
It's my
on this
personal
channel.
reason why I don't fucks with Lestat, even though he's a cool character, but I'm like, oh my god. It's like, I love you. It's like, I don't know if you really do, though, because if you did, you'd be okay with, like, you would want to be friends with my friends. And, I don't know. You wouldn't want to be gatekeeping, gaslighting. This is not what people do. If you love somebody, or make them fall from stories high to the ground and beat them up until your house is in the rubble.
Well, I can promise you, you're not the only person who's probably had a similar experience when watching this show, the triggers that follow. So, on that note, we have one episode left of season 1. We're all queued up for that finale. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. If you're watching on Patreon, thank you for that additional love and support.
Yay.
If you've been considering or wondering about it, now is always a good time to join. You get access to these episodes weeks, if not months in advance. Full, uncut, uncensored HD video accompaniment. Access to the entire content backlog library that includes my initial reaction and analysis for Interview with the Vampire. All other shows I've done, Patreon exclusive series, couples content reactions, and full movie commentaries. But if you're on YouTube, that is of course more than enough. Very appreciative of it. Just ask that you like the video, comment below for the almighty algorithm gods, of course.
Just blow it up down in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend, get them to like it, bully them if you have to.
Maybe not bully them. Maybe
Bully
don't
them.
do that. Okay.
Bully them. Tell them they have to.
Have a good.
But I mean, if they want to.
I'm cutting you off.
No. You literally was like, "Yo, Siri, what's a grasshopper?"
That's true. That did happen. I was trying to help you. You clown. You court.
I can't believe that.
You court jester. Get out of here.
What's a grasshopper?
All right.
I saw this thing on the ground, and I'm like, "What's this four-legged?"
Have a good day.
Yo, Siri.
Have a good day.
Tell me what this thing is.
Have a good day.
Is it an alien?
Get out of here. Have a good day. Have a good night.
A vampire?
Love you all.
Is it Lestat?
We'll see you in the finale. I can't wait to watch you cry more at the show.
No.
How about that?
Why?
Here we go.
Why?
Oh, look how the tables have turned. The turn's tabled. Take care, everybody. We'll
tabled?
see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Very start of the episode, top of it. Louis clearly suffering from PTSD from the incident of being dropped. He often relives it. We know that, like, even in modern day Dubai, whenever he has these, whenever he goes down, like, memory lane, he'll often go back to his, the stone, kind of the library room to kind of ground himself. And he has other various methods, I would say, of doing so. But it shows that, you know, just thinking about what happened back then, he can still, like, easily snap back to it, like the feeling of falling, probably the paralyzing fear, etc. But I like the, you know, that usual well done representation of, like, post-traumatic stress from a major incident like that. We also know he obviously has the one that will eventually divulge in season 2 of being buried alive. So floating for Lestat, I thought, or I'd rather flying, right? Because then Daniel starts asking about it. And it's interesting how, again, it's not so much flying, but Louis said it's described by Lestat more as floating. I mean, hence, I guess, cloud gift. So, like, it's, I mean, regardless, it's still levitation, but not in the traditional sense of, like, because he said that, like, Superman. And then Louis, all of a sudden being a very sassy pants, is just like, no, that's what Superman, like, Superman is a fictional character. It's like, okay, haha, but still, like, flying, can he do it? More like floating. I put a note here, quote, "Are you still dreaming about our first meeting?" Again, we know that, like, Louis can read minds, so I put reading minds, or does he know what Armand may have been doing? Or, see, this is the question, right? I put, does he know what Armand may have been doing, or did Armand learn right here? Because I was trying to recall if, like, Armand, I didn't recall if, and feel free to correct me, but, so Daniel's having the dreams, and then he never gets past the part where Louis invites him back to the apartment. And then here we are the night before, you know, the revelation of who Armand is. His dream goes a little bit further, then Armand shows up. And I don't recall, because then in the next episode, And it's like, you were there. I don't remember you. I know that he was there at the apartment. He wasn't there at the bar, was he? I don't think so, because then it's kind of a surprise when Armand shows up later, and then he's like upset with what Louis has done by attacking Daniel. So I believe it was Armand inserting himself into the dream, unless I'm mistaken. If he actually, because he said I was there back then, clearly, but we know that that's been kind of erased since then. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's Armand inserting himself into Daniel's dreams, and then the question here being, I don't know, I was just maybe like digging too deep into it, but if Louis is like, are you still dreaming about our first meeting? And we know he's reading the mind, like reading his mind. I was curious if he may have known that Armand was injecting himself into dreams, or did he like, I put here in my notes, did Armand learn right here? Probably not. Because at first I thought Daniel just dreamed it himself, then I figured more that Armand inserted himself into the dream, being as powerful as he is. And then I wondered how aware Louis might have been of any of it, because Louis knew that he was dreaming. I think between the fact that Daniel shared the dream with him, or that Daniel was thinking it, Louis read his mind and Daniel said, oh, I've been having that dream ever since I got the tapes in the mail. Another quote here that I wrote down, are we the sum of our worst moments? And also I put Claudia helped with rehabilitation. But there's another quote that I liked. Are we the sum of our worst moments? I don't know, right? Depends who you're talking to, I think. If you're thinking about, like, you know, a serial killer, like the Ed Kemper, Ted Bundy, Richard Speck, Son of Sam's of the world, right? Like, are we the sum of our worst moments? It's like, I mean, well, for them, you would think, yeah, right? Like, of all the deplorable things those men did, you know, that's kind of how we know them and kind of who they are. Even if they regret it later, or even if they turn a new leaf and then try to, you know, start doing, like, charity work in an orphanage or some shit, end of the day, they still, you know, like, sexually assaulted, killed, tortured, etc., etc. So maybe it's a scale, right? Like, we aren't our worst moments, like a normal human being, or normal, I guess, just, you know, I think it depends on the severity of the crime, right? In this case, we're talking about vampires who tend, like, you know, predators, animalistic. Like, you'd start to think, like, wait a second, like, maybe they are. There's some pretty bad vamps out there, you know, kill a Bruce. First mention of, oh yeah, right. This episode is the first time we get mention of Louis saying, I am the night. As we know, he ends up describing himself as that in the season 2 finale, when he puts it out there to everybody, where it's like, here's my address, come at me, bros and or broettes, I am the night. But this is the first mention of it that I clocked, season 1, episode 6. Also, I put here in brackets, like parentheses, no brackets, pretty sure she never talks about Bruce. I don't think she ever did, aside from what's in the diary. And then since that part was like surgically removed from the journals, the diaries that is, I wonder if Louis removed that or if Armand removed it. I think it's got to be Louis, because Louis cares more about Claudia than Armand did. Armand ends up like inevitably or eventually condoning the, you know, I could not stop it. It's like, sure you couldn't, but he more or less ends up being culpable and condoning the public execution of Claudia, right? So it's like, in terms of who would have removed that from the journal for, like, you know, post-mortem memory and protection, that feels more like a Louis thing. But yeah, interesting note that outside of her journal, she never talks about Bruce. We know Lestat tries to win Louis back, tries with all the gifts. Quote, I don't like who I was. I'm nothing without you. Again, it's that classic, like, what I saw in my first my first watch through, what I've experienced firsthand at the hands of somebody who had bad habits, not to mention borderline personality disorder, but also just like, yeah, bad habits, and who had a streak of doing this. But it was, you know, you say the terrible things, you do the terrible things, you try to make up for it later with nice syrupy words or gifts. But yeah, so let's start trying that. Eventually wore down Louis, though, with Come to Me, the vinyl pressing with him, but also Antoinette, crazy work, but it worked like a charm. I put in quotes here, there were 3. And then I put Claudia ? Antoinette ? I don't recall what part of the episode I was writing down, but there was a line of dialogue where someone says there were 3 of us that night or something like that. And I was trying to figure out if it was Claudia or Antoinette that was being referred to, but I've lost my context for that note, so apologies. Moving on, Lestat, ask your questions. Claudia, who made you? We hear Magnus. Magnus is the one who turned Lestat against his will, fed on him every night until he left him to his fortune and threw himself into a fire. Quote, I have a capacity for enduring. Again, when you get more lore on Lestat in both seasons, it's one of those things where, like, he's, yeah, like, and then, jokingly, you could always call him a Pookie Bear, and he has his funny little, bratty moments. We all recognize that, but I'm still, jokes aside, playing devil's advocate aside, I'm of the opinion he's a predator, who got Louis in a vulnerable moment, and it's one of those things where you get more backstory, and you get, even with getting the truth of all these matters, end of the day, it can provide reasoning as to why he acts the way that he does and does what he does, but it's by no means any excuse for it. So, capacity for enduring, for him, it's like, yeah, enduring through, whether it's patience, physical torment, emotional torment, he's been through a lot, and it's kind of made him the person he is today, but again, it's still no excuse for the behavior. But he also said, like, when he was locked up in that dungeon, a lot of people who looked like me. So I wonder if Lestat was also when I say victim of a predator, yeah, all vampires born of drama, all vampires seem to be like, they go out, that's what Lestat was doing, was he got his eyes on Louis and liked, the look of him, liked his temperament, and then started the hunt, and, started, gradually working his way to, courting and romance, and eventually, the physicality of it. I don't know if you want to throw intimidation in there, but anyway, their home was being vandalized. Quote, this was interesting. I love these quotes, the writing again, so often pulled from Anne Rice's work itself. Loved Lestat with a wounded heart. Loved Lestat with a wounded heart. Indeed. But again, it's that classic, what was it Daniel Malloy said? He only hit me the one time, officer, I swear. But of course, it's deeper than Daniel Malloy could possibly understand. You don't get it. Claudia, again, now that she's in here and after the events of that unfortunate evening, much more bold and brazen and sassy with Lestat. But then again, even agreed with Lestat at that conversation on the park bench, the 4 versus 2 legs debate. The, being made to feel judged or lesser than for not engaging in the human hunt. So it was interesting to see even Claudia, she stands by her own morals and still does not like Lestat. But even then, she's like, no, I agree with them. I also make, Louis, your actions do make me feel a certain way. I did put a note here again, playing devil's advocate. Now, given the situation, it makes perfect sense, and I would side more with Claudia, even though I know she's not. Something I thought about in retrospect, people certainly came for my throat in my first watch through when I condemned Lestat for his actions, and I defended Louis, and then I would also defend and kind of praise Claudia a lot of the time. People were very quick to come out of the woodwork and say, Claudia, mass genocide, homicidal little girl, killing with indifference. She's no better than Lestat. She also has her own toxic behaviors. And of course I would say, fledgling filmmaker, there's going to be some of that bleeds through, right? Like father, like daughter. But I would say, again, they're all flawed characters, right? But I still think Lestat is worse than Claudia, just in terms of not a terrible, shitty character in person, but just in temperament, action, more flaws. I think that, Claudia has her sadistic, childlike, violent moments, but I think Lestat is genuinely more sadistic, is capable of being more sadistic than either Louis or Claudia. I would even say combined. Like, not to say they haven't done their own fair share of negative things or like deplorable evil actions, but I think that Lestat has more of a sadistic streak than both of them. Because I put in here, in quotes, Lestat is being remarkably patient with Claudia for the sake of his love of Louis. And if I were to try to, like, again, I'm looking at it through a toxic relationship, you know, the toxic lover mindset, and I'm like, oh, from his perspective, like, he would never ever put up with even an ounce of the sass and attitude from Claudia that he's getting, but you can make the argument saying because he loves Louis so much that he's sticking around, and he loves Louis so much that he'll make an effort and put up with Claudia. But then I also put here, am I excusing too much? And I gotta be careful of that. A few people have pointed that out to me, and it's very fair to have pointed it out to me, which is that, like, you know, while they appreciate that I'm kind of playing devil's advocate and trying to give benefit of the doubt for Lestat and his actions in these 2 seasons, knowing what I know about him in his past, what little I know of him in his past, to not, like, people are like, it's all well and good, but your initial condemnation is not without its own merits. Like, don't worry, you don't have to back down from your original claims. It's fine. And I'm not backing down. Like, I hold on to, even after all the revelations I received in season 2, I still hold pretty firmly to all my original beliefs and opinions about these characters and which ones I prefer over the others, which ones I would more actively or willingly condemn. I merely have more reasoning as to, like, there's more reasoning and explanation as to why they all behave the way that they behaved. But that's about it. Louis, ever the peacekeeper, trying to appease both sides. I put in a quote here. I'm not even sure why I put the quote in here. There's a new darkness, as in another vampire, right? Wasn't that it? There's a new darkness. I don't remember why I wrote that one down, honestly. Apologies once again. I should really record these right after we record the episode. I put in here Nikki as a reminder. Nicholas or Nikki, Lestat's first love, didn't end well, it seems, as Claudia brings up and makes mention of. So Nikki is Lestat's first love. If I recall, I feel like the whole thing they show at the Théâtre de Vampire, when they're, like, you know, doing the case of of Claudia and Louis versus Lestat, they have that, like, picture show play. I thought they brought up Nikki on that. Doesn't he end up like, I don't quite recall. Louis, I put, recognizes that Claudia and Lestat are more alike than they admit. As I said, maker and fledgling. Another quote I put in here, better ugly than blind. It's a good one. Antoinette's still alive. Lestat's still seen. Pretty sure she's just a concubine. I put, or shoulder to cry on. Yeah, I seek solace from complaints when I'm here with you. Again, Lestat being just, like, keeping around his little toy. I want solace from that household of just sass and all this. I don't want to hear complaints. I want you to be compliant and complicit. It's why I've kept you around. But also, like, he knew that, like, he did it in such a way where he wanted Louis to find out. It's just so twisted, right? It's to, like, you know, like, granted, they both kind of beat on each other. It was mostly Louis who started Claudia was like, let's go away. Let's all be vampires worthy of your love. Lestat starts to get a little bit aggro. And then the truth of the matter is that Louis is the one who gets kind of, like, you know, a little bit demented, and they get into a scuffle, but some punches are thrown both ways until Louis pushes Lestat so far that Lestat, like, snaps and, like, beats the piss out of him. He goes up into the sky, yeets him back down to earth. Where am I going with this? Shit, what was I... No, yeah, I was gonna say, so all this happens, so they get into a domestic squabble where I still think Lestat kind of ends up with the killing blow there, and then they're kind of broken up for, like, what was it, like, years, right? Lestat trying to win him back. Lestat, with the help of the lover that he was cheating on Louis with, ends up making, like, one final, like, come to me, take me back, also harkening back to the original hunt of trying to court Louis, so to speak, with the whole come to me, you know, that works. They get back together, and then boundaries and ground rules are established. So because Lestat loves Louis so much, plays along with it. But then there's tension in the household because of the way that, you know, Claudia is always going for Lestat's throat, and Louis can't help but capitulate to both back and forth. But it's weird that all that happens, and then Lestat still, like, goes out of his way to hold on to his, like, love triangle, third-party Antoinette lover, and then set it up in such a way where, like, he wanted Louis and Claudia to discover it and to be found out, because again, as Louis says, it's if you spit in someone's sandwich, it's no fun unless you can watch them eat it. So all of it he did out of spite to, like, get back at them, I guess, for the sass and for Claudia behaving the way she is, and for Louis not always taking his side. It's just such a toxic up and down. Like, I believe the feelings and emotions are there, but God, are they the worst at like properly like showing them. What else did I put? Claudia showed Louis the truth, right, of the gals. He said, quote, "The effect was numbing." Lestat wanted them to discover his deceit. Louis seems resigned to the dynamic. Yeah, it's so weird. Louis just seems resigned to it. He's like, you know, I love Lestat with a wounded heart, and then Claudia shows me the truth that he's seeing this other gal, wanted his deceit to be discovered, and he's like, all right, well, is what it is. That's the nature. He just kind of, like, falls into this pattern of, like, what we see so many times with, you know, for me in high school a lot, it was the gals where it's like, oh yeah, you know, Chad, he yells at me, or like he's gotten a little bit rough with me here and there, but I know he loves me, and he always is so sweet afterwards, and he'll apologize, and he's just working through a lot. He's trying not to be like his father, etc., etc. And just, like, listening to these relationships, tumultuous as they were, that always, you know, it can only end in tears, sir, and it always would. Louis talking to her while in bed with Lestat. Yeah, going through the motions. That's crazy work, by the way. Just, like, laying, like, digging down Lestat while also just, like, little side chat with Claudia. But again, he's just resigned to it. I guess in his head he'd be like, what else is there, you know? This is all I've, like, as a vampire, I've lost my family now. Like, they're like, you know, they're either dead or have, you know, decided that I'm dead to them. I can't have, like, relationships with normal human people. So I guess in Louis' mind, he's like, well, I have Lestat and I have Claudia, that's it. So he's resigned to this as his fate, more or less. Quote, "This life does a number on the head and the soul." And I got a few last little bits here. Oh yeah, I wanted to look up the Polish immortal, like, because chess was a test. Hang on one second. Oh, did I just have this pulled up the whole time? My bad. The Polish immortal. Polish Immortal is the name given to a chess game between Glucksberg and Miguel Nadorf, played in Warsaw. The game is celebrated because of Black's sacrifice of all 4 of his minor pieces. Some sources give the date of this game as 1930 or 35, and give the name of the player of the white pieces as Glucksberg. Gary Kasparov gives the date of the game as 1928, and the name of Najdorf's opponent as Glinksberg. Interesting, conflicting reports. Just a lot of different sacrifices that, like, again, it's the Polish immortal, I suppose. So you sacrifice a lot, seemingly in a slew of, like, defeats until you pull victory out of your ass. What else is there? Claudia tries to convince Louis to leave. This was when Daniel told Louis he was wasting his gift. So this is just about as far as they made it in the original interview in San Francisco in the 1970s, before Daniel then, like, launches into, "You're wasting your gift, man." And then, you know, Louis attacks, interview's over. That's as far as we've gotten in the story. So then they never even got to the part where they were going to kill Lestat. That's crazy. Like, just before that. Interesting to hear, quote, "I'd give it to you now." And also interesting, like, in the notations here, in the brackets, I put, "Armand doesn't seem to like that notion." And then immediately after, through coincidence or not, asks to be excused. But interesting how Louis is like, "Daniel, I would give you the power now. I give it to you now." And then we know that Armand is the one who eventually does it. Quote, "Back to the undeserving Lestat, LOL. Germany invaded Poland. excuse for Claudia to stay behind, because I put here bro goes full supervillain. Again, talking about sadistic streaks, I think the most sadistic thing Claudia does, aside from her like ribbing and light tormenting of Lestat, and that's, you know, because as far as she saw, he almost killed Uncle Louis, right? Or Daddy Lou, so to speak. But like literally, he goes full supervillain. She's just trying to leave, go, you know, travel abroad, goes to the train, rips off the head of the ticket taker, the conductor, and like, tickets please, and like fully like threatens her and be like, think bad things are gonna happen. You gotta come home, help take care of our Louis, because without you, he's not the same, and I can't have him like he was when you were gone at first. I'm just saying Lestat's a lot more sadistic and a lot more self-serving. Even if he's done things that are like sweet and for people he cares about, I still say he's more self-serving overall on the head. Louis can hear other vampire thoughts, even at a great distance. And again, when it comes to, there's a little moment in the train car when he's playing with the pup, and then he puts the pup back in the cage, and he says, to the pup, but obviously, seemingly, in like double speak to Claudia, back in your cage, she had living in her gilded cage. They want for nothing, and yet they also all want so much more. But quote, we endure each other for Louis. It's what vile hunger for your hammering heart always says, where he's like, everybody loves Louis. outright threatens Claudia. And I put in here, very difficult to defend that, indeed. Quote, if you're going to beat Lestat, you're going to have to think like him, and then 5 steps ahead of him. Yeah, and then also Rashid said, when he's like, are you awake? And he's like, I can be, but he was already awake and always listening. But regarding Daniel, he said, I can gladly wake him. I do wonder if that means, he'd go into the room and wake him up, or if that means, from where he is in the penthouse, that he could, remotely wake him up. But again, it all comes down to, as far as my headcanon is, I don't know if this is entirely accurate, but I believe that Daniel's dream of meeting Louis in the bar has always just been them, and then he started having it once he got the tapes back, and it always ends before he asks him back to the apartment. But I don't think Armand ever was in the bar from the start. I don't think he was. I know he erases Daniel's memory in that regard, as Louis does that? No, Armand? No, isn't it Louis? As a favor, as a gift? I know one of them do it to help him out, because it'd just be too much trauma there to think about. Or I think it happened to both, if I recall. I think that Armand is the one who does it. All that to say, my headcanon is that he only shows up in the bar in the dream because he inserts himself into the dream, thanks to the powers that he has to, spook Daniel. That's the whole thing. But yeah, my observations and notes on my second viewing. But yeah, we're about to hop into the season 1 finale, and then of course we're gonna blast through season 2, and then I believe as of this going up, we're in October, so Talamasca is about to come out. I want to say any day now. I'll at the very least on Patreon, I will probably watch Talamasca as well. I'm not I already have so much shit that I'm watching, but yeah, I don't want to get too lost in the Anne Rice universe. I don't want to get too lost fall behind, to say. So I'll probably watch that. I might post the first episode on YouTube. If it does well enough, I could do the rest of the series. Hopefully it does well, because I know that people like the Interview with the Vampire stuff, and numbers lately haven't been amazing, but we're gonna push through. Anyway, thank you guys and gals so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. In this case, the season 1 finale of Interview avec la Vampire. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. As always, goodbye, travelers.